everyone, welcome to Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. We're here with Janel Savaya, Managing Litigation Paralegal.
You got it right.
With Seva Law.
Seva Law Firm.
Seva Law Firm. Okay, all right, we got it.
Yep.
You'll see the Seva Law Firm on the screen later as a sponsor. So thanks for joining us,
Thank
Janel.
you for having us.
We appreciate you coming out. Why don't you start out by just telling us a little bit about Seva and Law Firm and what they do.
So I'm Janel Savaya, as Anthony explained. I work at the Seva Law Firm as a managing litigation paralegal. So what we practice is personal injury, auto accidents, contract disputes, medical provider cases, insurance disputes, with a primary focus on specializing in auto accidents.
Mm-hmm.
We're based in Troy. It's an 8-attorney firm with many support staff, about 15, I want to say.
Wow.
So we've grown over the years.
Okay. And how did you get involved with Seva?
I started about 4 years ago. It'll be 4 years in July. I was posting on Indeed, and they found me, and I've been there, and it's been a very happy home for me. So
Good. And Seva is short for what?
So the owner, the owner's name is Pradeep Sivanathan, but his last name is very, very complicated for people to say.
Yeah.
So we shortened it for Seva. People call him Seva, so it's called the Seva Law Firm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you guys specialize in, you said you specialized in?
We specialize in personal injury, mostly auto accidents.
Gotcha. And then so you offer a lot of information to help people.
Right. So a lot of times, our people are, minorities don't really understand, what's involved when you get into an auto accident,
Mm-hmm.
what you have as far as insurance, what you pay for. So our firm, whenever you come in for a consultation, we explain to you the services that we offer and what you're able to claim from your insurance company and from the at-fault driver if there is one.
Right. And then so we're looking at all these documents. These kind of help people out to understand a little more.
Yeah, so our intake packet has what you can claim from a first-party lawsuit, what you can claim from a third-party lawsuit, and I'll kind of get into what those are.
Mm-hmm.
As far as what you shouldn't do if you're claiming that you've been injured in an auto accident, and what you shouldn't post on social media, such as if you say you're injured and you can't walk, you shouldn't. If you're Chaldean, you shouldn't post you doing the hugga.
Yeah.
Then because the insurance company will always surveil you, they'll always investigate you and look through your social media. And if they see that, that's an indication that this person's not really injured, and that is a basis to dismiss your case.
Right.
So.
And they'll capture that from social media.
They'll put like I said, surveillance on you. They'll send PIs to take pictures of you, follow you around. So our firm kind of lets you know what to do and what not to do, and kind of help you navigate through that.
That's really helpful.
Yeah.
How many times has someone got the shaft from posting?
It's happened a few times.
Yeah.
People doing weights at the gym.
Oh,
They were caught on camera doing weights at the gym, and they said that they needed help around the house, or they couldn't do certain things, so their case got dismissed, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So we always make sure that our clients know the importance of not doing things you're not supposed to do.
Right. And so for people that aren't your clients yet, how do they get involved, or how do they find you guys?
So we don't really advertise on TV. You can find us. We have a YouTube channel where we post videos, informational videos. We have our website, sevafirm.com. We're also on all social media, so we have LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. So you can find us over there, and we are very in with the plaintiff attorney community. So if you do go to an attorney and they're not able to handle your case, they will definitely refer you to our office.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how you can get in touch, or contact me directly. I'd be more than happy to set you guys up.
Because everyone knows Janel.
Everyone knows Janel.
So we were talking about the goals of kind of this episode, and you were talking about educating people, and so why don't you give them the rundown?
Yeah, so I wanted this to be kind of an educational episode to let people know, what you have as far as insurance. A lot of people, back then I didn't really know, I'm paying for this, this, and this.
Right.
So when you purchase insurance, you're paying for a lot of benefits.
This
and
is
a lot
auto
of
insurance?
Auto insurance. When you purchase auto insurance, you're paying for a lot of benefits that a lot of people don't know. you're paying $200, $300, $400, $500 a month, and you're thinking, or at least minorities and our people and everyone in general, because you don't read the policies.
Right.
You're thinking, I'm just paying for collision coverage. I'm paying so that if I get into an accident, the insurance company will cover to fix my car.
Right.
They don't understand that you're also paying for personal injury protection benefits, bodily injury benefits, uninsured motorist coverage benefits, and underinsured motorist coverage.
Yeah.
So
why don't you run through what those are?
Okay, so personal injury protection benefits is when it's economic damages. You're claiming economic damages. So your insurance company comes into play for that. You can claim medical bills. So if you're injured and you need to go to the hospital, seek therapy, medications through a pharmacy, a pain specialist, a surgeon, your auto carrier is responsible for paying those medical bills.
Yeah.
And then there's household service chores, which, if you're unable to do your daily chores around the house that you normally would do, such as cooking, cleaning, vacuuming, taking out the garbage, and you have someone, a family member or a friend helping you with that, that family member or friend is to be reimbursed $20 per day by your insurance company.
So there's a per diem.
Yeah, there's a per diem. Okay. And then there is something called attendant care. So that is nursing needs. So if you need help getting dressed, being bathed, going to the bathroom, supervision with your medications, your insurance company reimburses at an hourly rate. And that hourly rate is, determined upon what you and that care provider, decide on. And obviously it there will be negotiations with the insurance company as far as that hourly rate.
And your office handles all the negotiations.
We handle all the negotiations,
so
absolutely.
Not to scare anyone.
The burden is taken off of you and put on us.
Right.
And then there's medical mileage and transportation costs. So if you have a family member or a friend that is, driving you to and from your appointments, your insurance company reimburses at 58 cents per mile. Or if you have a transportation company, those are bills that are included in your claim. So that's personal injury protection benefits. It's called economic damages. And then the other one is wage loss. That's also a part of personal injury protection. So if you've missed time off of work because of the accident, the insurance company will reimburse you 85% of your wages. So that's everything you can claim from your first party personal injury protection.
Okay.
Then you have bodily injury. So if you are not at fault in the accident, or you're contesting that you're at fault and someone hit you and caused the accident, you are able to sue that person for pain and suffering. You wouldn't really go after them personally.
Right.
They would hand that over to their insurance company, and their insurance company would handle all of that for them. And if that at-fault driver was not insured, then you would go after your own insurance company for what's called uninsured motorist coverage. So your insurance company would come into play for that.
Have you ever gone after the individual that was at fault themselves?
You can. It all depends on if they have assets.
Right.
If they don't have assets, then there's really nothing that you can do.
Right,
but we do go through the procedural steps and file those defaults and motions for default judgment, but then you would need to garnish them if they are collectible. So that's another step in the process.
Right. And so what else is here? I see the third party.
Yeah, so this third party is kind of what I explained about going after the at-fault driver. And with third party, I also want to explain that everyone has policy limits. So your declaration page on your policy will let you know what you have. So if you're being sued because you're at fault, your policy will let you know how much that person max can get, whether it's $50,000 to $100,000. And then here it kind of states what you can claim from your own insurance company: medical bills, attendant care, wage loss, and replacement services.
Yeah.
And then we have examples of what you shouldn't do, such as if you're injured, you shouldn't post a video of you doing the hugga.
Yeah.
So those are things that you shouldn't do. So just really informative things and kind of educating our community and everyone in the world that these benefits are out there for you.
So how does someone like me that's not an attorney, and by working with me, I don't read much.
I used to work for Anthony.
Yeah. And she used to read all my stuff.
Yes.
And summarize it
used
for
to
me.
be his personal assistant.
So and one of the best.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So if I'm not going to read it, like how do I as a just an average person know what the heck's in my policy, what I need, what I don't need, how much coverage I should have?
The coverage all depends. The law is changing now, so I kind of want to get into that too. The insurance lobby has written a new law for insurance companies because the insurance companies are so sick of being sued.
Yeah.
They want to take your money, but they don't want to pay you.
Right.
That's what I tell all clients every day.
Yep.
So there's different types of policies. So effective July 2021, there's going to be a cap on your personal injury protection benefits, and that cap is $250,000.
Okay.
There's also an unlimited option, which I'm hoping I convince everyone today to go for that option. Now, the 250 cap, I suggest not doing that because if you're in a severe accident and you go to the hospital, that $250,000 is gone. The hospital just eats that up. And then if you need specialized care, such as a surgery, you need home care, you need a pain specialist, you're now liable for those bills, not your auto carrier.
Yeah.
So really, you're just putting money out of your pocket to get yourself better. So we recommend that you go for the unlimited option, which is what everyone has now. You have unlimited PIP coverage, and that will cover all of your medical needs.
For as far out as that?
It's lifetime.
It's lifetime.
It's lifetime.
Okay.
Unless if you're in litigation and you settle your case with futures, meaning you get an extra chunk for that future medical, then your claim is closed.
Yeah.
But if you just settle for what is outstanding at the current moment, your claim is open and you have lifetime medical.
And I know your firm is built on, looking out for the client first.
Right.
So if I were to take the futures option, does that benefit the firm or an attorney's firm because there's a bigger settlement now and they don't have to wait for their money long out?
There are advantages and disadvantages. So the advantages of settling with futures is you obviously get that chunk of change for future medical or whatever it is that you need it for, wage loss because you can't go back to work.
Yeah.
If you don't settle with futures, your claim is open, but the downside is the insurance company isn't guaranteed to pay the additional bills that are coming through because you're continuing treatment.
Fight for it.
So you still have to fight for it, and if they do deny it, we still have to file another lawsuit to get the additional bills paid.
Right. So it's you're taking with the futures to kind of buy insurance from the insurance company.
Yeah.
That's kind of strange, but it is what it is.
But there are clients that, are struggling financially because they can't go back to work. So a lot of times the with futures option, closing that claim is what is best for them. It's really what is best for the client.
So you said there's going to be a $250,000 limit.
Correct.
Why do they offer a unlimited option then? Is it a higher premium?
The unlimited option is going to be a little bit more expensive, but take into consideration that the bodily injury cap now is $250,000.
Okay.
So you're going to be paying more anyway for that bodily injury cap.
Okay.
So the insurance company wants you to think that you're going to have lower rates because now we have these caps and it's like every other state. But what they're not telling you is they've raised certain caps which can raise your premiums. So.
Yeah, it's strange. But
it's strange. There's loopholes, and this law was only designed to benefit the insurance company, not the consumer, not the client.
Yeah, they lobbied for it, and they got it
probably
past midnight or whatever time it happened.
Yeah.
So my mom was actually hit by a car in a parking lot. The guy backed into her, threw her to the ground. She broke her hand. She bumped her head. She bruised her hip.
Yeah.
She was in bed for a long time. She actually had to have surgery on her hand.
Okay.
She was a mess. I mean, she got crushed.
Was this recent?
It was 5 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
We settled it. It's settled. It's done. She went through hell and back.
Yep.
And like you were saying, like the hospital bills and the doctor bills and the transportation bills, I mean, they just added up like $250,000 was nowhere near enough. Nowhere near enough.
Right.
And I don't know what she did with it. She settled, so maybe she took the futures or whatever it was. I don't know what the situation, but you have to protect yourself.
Exactly.
There's a lot of fraud going on in Michigan.
And there's a lot.
The laws, I think, maybe needed to get adjusted, but probably not
To the extent
To
of
the
it
extent
that it
of it.
was.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do agree that people think that if you people just get into car accidents every day for a payday.
Yeah, slip and fall and all that bullshit.
And what people don't know is if you just continue to get into accidents and make claims for all those new accidents, you're actually making your current accident that you're, claiming less valuable, because now these dates of losses, these accident dates are going to fight each other. They're going to say, well, no, it's because of this accident. No, it's because of that accident.
Right.
It just decreases the value of your case.
So anyone out there, just do it once. One and done. No, I'm kidding. One and done.
We hope you don't ever get into an
Yeah, hope
accident.
you
But,
don't.
Michigan is one of the biggest states where you do get into accidents.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but
Yep.
if you do, and I hope that it doesn't
don't,
happen,
yeah.
come see me.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And so we talk about auto, but this is motorcycle too, right?
Motorcycle, trucking accidents, slip and falls and workers' comp we do handle, but those aren't very lucrative.
Yeah.
The slip and falls they have no value because of an open and obvious doctrine. So if you are at McDonald's and you say, oh, I slipped on some coffee. Well, coffee is brown. And if you look down, the coffee is brown, so you're slipping on what you can see.
Oh, wow.
So, those cases get dismissed almost every time.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, that being in the store business, and a lot of Chaldeans being in the store business, we couldn't get insurance. Like, we almost tried to have our own insurance pool, but then the fraud again got in the way, and people would slip and fall all the time, and it was just 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000.
Right.
That was the routine, and that was, slip and falls are just they're ridiculous. To me.
Before we sold our store, we had it was in May, like middle of May or end of May, and some lady claimed that she slipped and fell on ice outside of the store, and we were like, but she didn't really get anything out of it, because how are you going to slip on ice in May?
Yeah, but you still have to turn it into the insurance and
you
ask for a
definitely.
deductible. And,
I highly recommend that if you are at fault and you are served with a auto complaint, you hand that over to your insurance company right away. They have a duty to defend you.
Yep. So what's that that little flyer?
So this little flyer kind of explains that it gives. There's a misconception with TV lawyers that you're going to get $8 million from an auto accident. Yes, Anthony's been one of those.
$8 million.
$8 million. So what I wanted to make this educational, that what TV lawyers don't tell you is that those $8 million are from trucking accidents.
Yeah.
Because the trucking policies are extremely high. Those are in the millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Whereas my policy and your policy may be only $100,000. So you shouldn't always listen to TV lawyers saying we can get you $8 million or $10 million, because that's really not the truth.
Right.
And what our firm also specializes in is we help increase weak cases. So if you have a weak case where you don't have a lot of, damages, injuries, but you do have some injuries, we're able to kind of build those cases up and get you a fair settlement.
Right. So without giving away any trade secrets, how do you do that?
It's just really by medical records and treatment and, beefing up your testimony. Because if you are in a lawsuit, you'll go through a deposition, and that's where you are able to kind of explain to the insurance company the pain that you're going through. And it's always best that if you are in that situation, you be honest, because the insurance company already has your previous medical records. They already have surveillance on you. Right. So to go in there and lie and, say that, oh, I'm extremely injured and I can't barely walk, when really you can, that's not helping your situation. So you always want to be truthful and honest. That will only hurt your situation if you lie. So your testimony will help it. And MRIs are really important. If you go to an MRI, there will always be a disc bulge on an MRI or a herniation. I'm sure I have those.
Okay.
So those are objective injuries, and those help out. You don't necessarily have to lose an arm and a leg or break your ribs. But if you have those certain objective injuries, you're able to get a fair settlement for what you've been through.
Gotcha. And then, so let's get personal a little bit.
Okay.
Talk about your family, your friends, your whoever you want to shout out.
So I believe I'm first generation too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
both your parents born in Baghdad or Iraq.
Both of my parents born in Tilkippa.
Okay.
I was born here. I have 4 siblings, 2 brothers, 2 sisters.
Shout them out. What are their names?
Monica, Jonathan, Matthew, and Sue.
What are they all into?
So Jonathan is kind of into the real estate. You know, we have shopping centers and things like that. So he does that. He's a businessman, kind of like our dad.
Okay.
My brother Matthew is a dentist.
Oh, cool.
So he is
How
in
many
Madison
years?
Heights. He's been a dentist for about 5 years,
Oh, wow.
if I'm saying that correctly.
All right, well, that's fine.
My sister is a pharmacist at Beaumont.
Cool.
And then my other sister, Monica, owns a Dairy Queen.
Oh, really?
Yes, on Garden City. So she's open in the summer if anyone wants to go get some good ice cream.
Very, very cool.
Yep.
And how about Mom on?
My mom is retired now.
Oh, good.
Yep, we sold the store, so she is retired and resting.
Oh, good.
Yes,
Good, good.
yes.
What about anyone else you want to shout out? Maybe someone that you do business with at Seva?
We do business. We do business with Morris, so we want to shout out to Morris.
Okay.
Morris. We work very closely with Morris. We do business with, you know, a lot of MRI facilities. We also represent those medical providers. So if you were a doctor and you're treating an auto patient and your bills aren't being paid, we'll help you collect that from the insurance company.
Okay.
So, you know, we work with M1 Imaging. We work with Central Home Health Services, which provides home care. We work with Back to Health, which is a PT place. I work with a ton of...
PT's physical therapy?
Physical therapy,
Okay.
yes, I'm sorry. Physical therapy.
Yep.
We work with a ton of medical providers. So
Cool.
shout out to them.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
What else?
That's it.
What do you mean that's it? Can't be it. How about your friends?
I have a very close knit of friends.
Okay.
I don't really have a lot of friends. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Tight
As a
group?
tight knit, I have, you know, it's hard to trust people nowadays. So
Yeah,
yeah.
true. This is
yeah,
true.
this is true.
We
This
can't
is true.
trust you guys.
And you know
Sorry.
my cousin, shout out to John Guma, the Guma
Yeah,
Group.
Guma Group.
Make sure you guys go check them out for all your architectural and general contractor needs.
General contacting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good guy.
Yep.
So how did you get into this? I know you said LinkedIn, but you don't just get hired in because I'm sorry, you said Indeed.
Yes.
So you don't just get hired because your resume's on Indeed.
Right.
You must have had something on your resume that.
So I've been a paralegal for 9 years now. I started off at a personal injury firm, and then I worked my way for a general practice attorney, Joey Kitchbu. Shout out to Joey Kitchbu too.
Yep.
And then worked for you.
Yep.
And then just kind of builded my resume from there.
Okay.
I have a very big business mentality. So, you know, when my dad passed 13 years ago, I had to take over running the store with my brother. So,
Right.
you know, I kind of have that business mind and probably, you know, a very great work ethic in my opinion, not to, you know, to my own horn.
Awesome.
So that's just kind of how.
And where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Sterling Heights and then we moved to West Bloomfield.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And where'd you go to school?
I went to Catholic school throughout my elementary and high school, so St. Dennis, which is now sadly a Kroger,
Oh boy.
and then Bishop Foley Catholic High School, which is still here to this day,
Okay.
and then Oakland Community College, where I obtained my paralegal degree.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And how long did that take?
To obtain my degree, it took me 3 years.
Okay. And then what would you say to anyone out there wanting to follow in your footsteps? These younger men and women out there.
I really love the legal world. I love helping people, and I like being behind the scenes. You know, I do as much as a lawyer does. Obviously, I don't get paid as much as a lawyer, and I don't go in front of courts to argue motions, but, you know, there is value to what you do behind the desk, and a lot of attorneys will say that they have the best paralegals, and it really takes the best paralegal to be the best attorney, in my opinion, So,
but you're still on the litigation side, right?
I'm on the litigation side, which means that when your case goes into a lawsuit, it comes to me.
Okay.
So I, you know, prep your complaint, I file it with the court. I do everything. I do each step. And I also go to trial and assist at trial. And our firm has won twice against State Farm. So
Oh, right.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So if I'm driving and I get in an accident, how do I know if I have a case or not?
If you're driving and you're in an accident,
Yeah.
a lot of people, when they get into an accident, they don't know that they're hurt. You know, it takes the next day to realize, oh,
Yeah.
I'm having severe back pain. The biggest thing I want to say is don't wait to get treatment. If you wait to get treatment, that also hurts your case because the insurance company is going to say it took them 3-4 months to go see their actual doctor.
Right.
You know, go to the hospital, go to your primary care right away if you're having pain, and that your doctor will advise you on what to do.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if you do make that claim, make sure that you let the insurance company know I was injured. Whether you absolutely know for sure or not, you always want to indicate that so that if the time comes to file that claim, you know, the insurance company is put on notice.
Right. So I was in Birmingham.
Yeah.
And I don't know what this lady was doing behind me. Maybe she was texting or whatever. But I was driving maybe 2-3 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And I stopped and she hit me at maybe 2 or 3 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And it still jolted me. And I felt it in my neck. But I didn't feel like I was injured. I just, you know, tough guy. I got out. I was like, oh, you okay? And she's like, oh my God. And she was hysterical. And so that kind of threw me in like compassionate mode. I'm like, no, don't worry, you know. And I'm the one that's hurt, but I didn't realize I was hurt because, you know, I was a little, you know, I was more concerned about her. So don't worry about it, you know. So there's a little bump on her car. Mine was a truck. She hit the thing. And I can't imagine like if it was twice that, like 5 miles an hour or 10 miles an hour or 20 miles an hour, like that. It jolts the heck out of you. And I felt it like an hour later. And I was like, damn, that's, I mean. And so it went away, but
you never know.
knows?
If you go if you go get an MRI, it could show that you have herniations because of that. Right.
So I started propping up on the bed and kind of looking at social media.
Yeah.
And so my neck, now I've had this pain in my neck for like a month now.
Yeah.
And it's bearable. It's not really excruciating or anything, but it's there. Like, and now I'm thinking back to that lady that hit me. So, it was 2 years ago now. And I'm thinking, could that be what it was?
It could be. A lot of people do have compassion, but what they need to understand is you're not really suing her.
Right.
You're going after her insurance company.
Yeah.
Yes, her name will be on the complaint, but you're not going after her personally.
Right.
You know, so I think that's what people need to understand is if you do feel injured, don't obviously you have a heart, you don't want to put her through any stress.
Right.
But at the same time, if you're injured, you need to take care of yourself. You need to think about yourself.
Yeah, because you don't know how much damage could be done.
Right,
I mean, there are nerves back there, discs
you could have a
back there.
pinched nerve and become paralyzed because of that. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, and it's like a bowling ball sitting on a stem.
Yeah.
And you're being pushed up, an inch.
Yeah.
But your head's going back.
Did you get treatment?
I didn't.
You didn't. Okay, I was going to say the statute of limitations to sue someone is 3 years for bodily injury.
Yeah,
so.
This might have been 5 years ago. I don't know.
Okay.
As you remember, I'm no good with time.
No,
either.
you're not. You're not.
No good with time. No good at organization. No good at.
That's.
I was not good at speaking on camera and.
Oh, I think you're doing great speaking on camera.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. We have the cameras hidden, so there's so I can't see them.
No, you can't. Okay.
Right.
Are you camera shy?
I was, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was, yeah. Not anymore. I don't really give a shit about.
Ever since I've known you, I haven't seen a shy side of you.
Well, you've never seen me on camera. Well, you've never seen a camera and pointing in my face either.
Okay.
But yeah. So, what should people take away from this entire episode?
People should take away that if you're paying your premiums, you're owed the benefits that you're owed if you're in an auto accident.
Right.
Don't hesitate to consult with an attorney if you are in an accident and if you're really injured. And if you're not injured, don't think that it's a payday.
Right.
If you're not injured, just go about your day.
Yeah.
This isn't to make millions of dollars. This is to compensate you for everything that you've been through, for the pain that you're suffering, for missing time off of work, for not being able to carry your child or, go grocery shopping for your family or cook for your family. These are benefits that you've had that you don't know that you've had.
Right.
So I want people to, educate themselves on, what it is that you're paying for.
So when the insurance company, you pay your premium, right, to the agent or to whoever. You get a binder, or you get a copy of your policy, right?
They'll mail it to you if you do email. They'll email it to you if you log in through your insurance portal. Like I have a login through my insurance. I'm able to download everything. The most important thing is your declarations page. That'll tell you what benefits you are paying for.
Okay. So anybody that out there watching or listening, find your policy.
Find your policy.
Go to the declaration page.
Go to the declarations page. It'll tell you what you've paid for.
And what are we looking for? Like.
So it'll say personal injury protection benefits. It'll say bodily injury, and it'll say
what are the numbers there that should be there?
So for bodily injury, obviously the numbers vary on what you've paid for. So it can be the lowest at $20,000. It can be the highest at $500,000 or $1 million.
Okay.
For your personal injury protection benefits, it's unlimited. There is no number there.
Should be unlimited.
It should be. Right now it is.
Right now it's unlimited. Okay.
Until you get to July 2021, then the caps will change.
Okay. And then so when I get my policy and I look at my declaration after 2021, are the insurance companies going to, or the insurance agents going to offer you it, or are they going to hope that you don't notice that it's only $250,000?
We don't know what they're going to do.
Right.
Yeah. We don't know how it's all going to pan out. If your agent's going to call you, or if they're just going to kind of sneak it in and then lower your premium by maybe $5-10. We don't really know what's going to happen.
Right. But so if the date, the 2021 comes, what month was that?
July 2021.
So July 2021 comes, my policy isn't going to change until it expires, right?
Correct. It shouldn't, but what I want people to do is when that date comes, make sure you contact your agent or your insurance company and make sure, I'm hoping everyone chooses the unlimited option. Make sure you tell your insurance company, I want the unlimited PIP option.
Unlimited PIP option.
Correct.
Okay. Anything else you want to cover or talk about, or?
I do want to reiterate what makes us different as a firm is
Sure.
We're not really the TV firm or mighty, but we are decent sized. And, I think what sets us apart is a lot of attorneys and paralegals are 9 to 5. You go in at 9, you leave at 5. After 5, you shut yourself off.
Okay.
With our firm, we work at night. I'm up until 11 answering emails. So are the attorneys. We want to make sure that, our clients are able to reach us at any point in the day. We want to make sure that we're constantly working on the files because we are a paperless office.
Okay.
So we are able to work remotely even at home. So client satisfaction is the utmost importance to us, whether your case is $100 or whether your case is $1 million. And as a firm as a whole, we've recovered over $100 million in settlements since we've been open. So
these papers, these forms, they look very, very helpful, and
they are
very, very, very helpful. Where can people find them?
So we do, I believe they are on our website, but I'll also leave them here if anyone wants.
No, we want somebody to go out, so if there's 1,000 viewers, we want those 1,000 viewers to be able to go somewhere, click a link, and find these. So
I do believe they're on our website. I'll double check. If not, we'll definitely put them, but I'm pretty sure I saw them. Or, if you do want a free consultation, come in. It's free. The consultation is free. Come into our office. You get this packet whether you sign up with our firm or not.
Even if they're not been in an accident?
If they have not been in an accident, and they want that information, they are more than welcome to give us a call, and we'd be happy to mail them the packet.
So we've pretty much gone over what all of these documents kind of have in them. So they should just refer back to this episode.
Yeah, they should refer back to this episode. I've also given our email is on our website. So if anyone has any questions, you're more than welcome to email me, email the firm, and we'd be more than happy to, like I said, send you this packet, answer any questions you might have about your policy. And it isn't just about auto accidents. We do insurance disputes. So if you have a roofing issue, where you got a new roof and it's still leaking and you have issues with your insurance company, contact us. We'll be able to help you with that. Or any contract disputes that you might have, any type of contracts. We're here to help with all of that.
Give us a few more examples, because I wouldn't have put a roof in with auto accidents.
So if you go through a general contractor who took money, your insurance money for the roofing.
So these are insurance based disputes.
Right. It's not us representing the insurance company. It's us representing the consumer who paid
got
their
played by-
insurance
right.
money to that
Gotcha,
roofing
gotcha.
company.
So any insurance claim, basically.
Yeah, any insurance claim that you have, we are more than happy to help. We are, one of the best in the business.
Right. So I know we work together, and
Yes,
even in a corporate setting. So I'm a corporation.
correct.
I'm getting sued by XYZ, and my insurance binder or whatever it's called, the insurance denies the claim. You guys get involved and sue the insurance companies?
So if you are being sued,
Yep.
your insurance company would deny their claim, not your claim. It wouldn't be your claim. So if someone slipped and fell on your property,
Yep.
and they wanted to sue you, you would hand that over to your insurance company.
Yep.
And then your insurance company would evaluate that
Right,
claim,
and say,
that
we don't-
person's claim, and say, we don't believe that they were injured, we're not paying it.
Right.
Then that person's attorney would sue your corporation, but
Yeah.
your insurance company would answer that.
Gotcha.
So it wouldn't be you suing your own insurance company because
Mm-hmm.
they're not covering that person's policy. But if you had, a general contractor in here who,
Mm-hmm.
or, insurance dispute where your insurance company is not covering, if you had a leak through your building,
Yep.
and they're not covering that for you, then we would be able to help you with that dispute.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, in closing out all of our shows, we ask correct. I mean, you haven't forgotten anything. We're
No, I haven't.
we-
I don't
we've
think I've
gotten
forgotten
everything
anything.
good? So we talked about everyone. We shouted everyone out.
Yep.
We're good. Okay. So in closing our shows, we like to ask our guests, what does it mean to you to be Chaldean?
To me,
Mm-hmm.
it's the close-knit community that we have. It's our faith. I wouldn't be anywhere that I am today without my family, without my faith, and
Mm-hmm.
without our community. I think, being Chaldean is so important. We are a minority, but, we each, whenever we see each other, whether we know each other or not, we have love for each other. So
Of course.
that's what I love about being who I am and being Chaldean.
Awesome.
And being a Savaya.
Yeah, no, of course, the Savaya. Cool. Thanks for joining us,
Thank you
shedding
for
light
having
on
me.
this, the auto insurance
Yeah.
thing going on these days. We appreciate that.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And thanks again for doing this.
Thank you.